A quick trip right now, and I have been summoned to make my family bean recipe. This recipe comes specifically from my grandma, who was born and raised in Mexico. And I already know it's gonna raise a lot of eyebrows that I'm using canned beans, but this is what she would call her cheater beans. So if you don't have enough time to like make your beans from scratch, this is what you do. We're going in with a couple tablespoons of oil. Now before your oil gets too hot, we're adding in chili powder. This is her favorite chili powder, hence why I'm using it. You could totally use like a generic chili powder, something like this. But this, or like a California chili powder that you can get at like a Mexican market, is a lot superior. Now once the oil's hot, I'm just turning off the heat because I don't want to burn the chili powder. Add it in, again, off heat. And right now it's getting super fragrant because we're toasting it up. And once you can sort of smell the chili toasting, we're going in with 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. And we're just gonna whisk that up to make a roux. It'll look something like this. Now I'm turning the heat back on just so that we can cook out that flour paste. We're literally gonna cook this for about 30 seconds to a minute maybe. Again, we don't want to burn it. It should look something like that. I'm telling you, not burning the chili powder is like the hardest part about this entire recipe. Now once the flour is fully cooked, and we're going in with our pinto beans, and we're not gonna strain it. Once we add our beans, we're gonna cook it on like a medium heat. And we're just gonna like kind of stir and mash. And after about like 5 to 6 minutes, you should end up with something like this. If it's still not thick enough, keep cooking it. And if it's too thick, you can add a little bit of water. Just know that no 2 brands of beans are like built the same. So like this can specifically didn't have a whole lot of liquid, whereas other cans I've used in the past have way more liquid. These make some pretty good refried beans. We're gonna give it a taste and only add salt if needed. Sometimes if my grandma wanted super silky refried beans, she'd stick these in a blender with a little bit of water and then put them back on the pot. However, I'm gonna skip that step because it's just a little too much right now. And for the very last step, we're going in with an extra sharp white cheddar. Her favorite brand is Tillamook. Any sort of like sharp white cheddar should be enough. And that was probably like about a 1/3 cup. Just stirring that right in. You can turn off the heat here, by the way, because the residual heat in the beans is gonna melt down the cheese, and we don't want the cheese to get gritty. Taste test. Now trust me, I know that this is far from authentic, but it is delicious.